What's going on, Sagittarius? And welcome to my channel, Alchemist. Justin here, and I hope you're having a fantastic week so far. So, for those of you who are returning, welcome back, Soul Tribe. I appreciate your subscriptions, your likes, and shares. Your support really is just incredible, Sagittarius, and it keeps us growing. And for those of you who are new, welcome. I'm happy Higher Self has brought you here. We are in for an amazing journey. And let me tell you why, because it's your general energy weekly spread. So I'm still working, I'm kind of working on the melody. I feel like that one's trying to lock itself in. So, well, nature my problem, Sag. But back to you, because with this weekly spread, whenever you happen to come across this video, there may be some messages in here for you. And just so you're all aware, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one. So take what resonates with you, leave the rest with me, and never force a reading on a situation, okay? So with all that being said, let's jump into it. Your space has been cleansed. Gems, feeling lovely. Just great energy all around here, Sagittarius. And I hope you all are feeling real good too, especially that, I know it's just happened this past weekend, but with that full moon in Sagittarius that just happened, I hope you all are just feeling energized. But with this spread, I'm going to be pulling a few oracle cards from this deck here, and then we will get some details with the tarot. Before we jump into this thing, these readings that I do, they're not gender specific readings, so apply these energies to people as they make sense for your situations, okay? And then, in case if you all were curious, the decks that I'm working with, I've included links for them down in the description box below, so definitely check that out if you're interested. And I also, down there, I have some links for some readers that I also like, that I like watching as well there, Sag. So definitely check those out. Very intuitive group. I love their energy, so yeah, check that out. Oh, all right, Sag. I see you were getting ready to reflect, get up self-confidence here. You got the fourth card of Cancers, which is the Mirror card. And with this card, this is a card of self-aware, seeing clearly, ego, facing issues, self-assessment, self-improvement, insecure, making comparisons, reflection, obsessed, narcissistic, vain, self-love, and self-appreciation. And absolutely, Sag, if we've been feeling in a place where maybe we had some insecurities, maybe some like confidence issues, maybe this could be even like as simple as like maybe, or I don't want to say that's simple because that is a complex thing, but maybe this could even be like if we have just like an appearance issue, if we're not just loving ourselves. This energy here, Cancerian is very nurturing energy. My sun sign's in Cancer. And sometimes, Sagittarius, I feel like we can do so much for others, and you're such an optimistic, fun sign. I feel like you really are, just about, I feel like, sometimes we can be so focused on giving and, like in helping others that we can forget to take some time and, focus on ourselves, see if we have any things that we might need, any issues that just might need to be, that are needing to be faced, or maybe that have just been kind of bubbling up, or, anything along those lines. Definitely make this a point, just indefinitely, Sag, to, but I'll give you this week, just to get into the routine of things, of just, showing yourself some self-love, whether that be through maybe some positive affirmations, if we've been in like a self-deprecating type of mood, or this could be maybe we're doing some, if we've noticed maybe if like your body's been feeling kind of stiff, and this is not medical advice or anything, but maybe doing some light yoga, maybe getting out and moving the body a little bit more. And I don't feel like it has to be anything just strenuous, but just to get that energy flowing again. Or, this could even be, the foods that we're eating. Are we noticing that things aren't, it's really, really understand just the whole you and just really get a deep dive. But I also feel like sometimes when this card pops up, it really is just like a, if we haven't really checked ourselves or, checked in with ourselves for a while, going in front of a mirror, I remember a buddy telling me this not too long ago, and that's actually a pretty interesting thought, just like taking a moment, not doing anything, and just like standing in a mirror and just see what thoughts come up, just kind of let your mind wander, see if there are some recurring things. And, if things get a little intense, feel free to pull back, but that might be even something too to help you get some eyes on this stuff, and maybe journal that stuff down and maybe start, You know, then we got like a checklist. You know, we can start bam, 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 done. Look at that, you've reflected, you're amazing, and we're feeling great again. But I'm also feeling with this that when we're getting to like the making comparisons, especially if this is like a body image type of thing, you know, that's a tough thing. You know, we really don't want to compare ourselves to others. You know, we're all different. You know, we all have, you know, just different energies, and how that translates is going to be differently for everyone. You know, how these experiences go. So I feel like you're just being mindful of when we're working on these things, you know, and maybe when we try these different self-care routines or different techniques and stuff, remembering that, you know, how this may go for Sally may be different for Joe, which is going to be different from me, which is different from you. But I feel like as long as we're all working towards that self-improvement. So I feel like that if that's something too, maybe we've been kind of comparing ourselves, maybe we're just like, oh, how come I'm not further along or anything. You're exactly where you need to be at on your journey here, Sagittarius, and appreciate that. Tell yourself how much you've grown. But let's get some tarot on this. I like that because I got the Ace of Wands here. Night. Oh, come on, Sagittarius. All day. Oh, that's sick. So you got the Ace of Wands, the Four of Swords, and then here you are. The Art card. And that's what, and you know what, Sagittarius, I love that this is actually, because normally this is the Temperance card, but I love that this is called the Art card because you're a work of art there, Sagittarius. And when we're going about building ourselves up in things, remember that, you know, give yourself that care. You know, you are your masterpiece. And when we're good here, then that helps our manifestation, that helps our energy, you know, really just gets us in a really good, confident place. But we have to take this time and, you know, rest up, you know, find that balance. You know, especially if this is something where if maybe we've been really busy with work stuff possibly, or just maybe busy with life things and just really haven't had a time to really just kind of check in or things along those lines. Sagittarius, really make you a priority. You're coming on in a very strong way here. So yeah, I'm really getting like, yeah, like there's something here where maybe we've just been kind of powering through, or, you know, just really not not dealing with these things. But yeah, you really want to, because here's the thing, when we don't get eyes on this stuff, if we let those things kind of fester and don't face these issues, where what I've been like to tell people, it's like, you know, I don't like telling people this, but it's just like, if we ignore those things, you know, I feel like higher self usually likes to keep tower moments internal, in-house. But if we keep ignoring stuff, if we keep ignoring the signals, then higher self has to get a little creative, Art card, and branch out, maybe make a more external type of tower moment, just so that it's just like, okay, we got it now do we have eyes on it? And that's all that's higher self is trying to get you to do at the end of the day, just to help see things a little bit clearer, see where there are areas that we might be feeling a little bit weak in, you know, that could use a little bit more of your attention, a little bit of that TLC, a little bit more of your energy. But yeah, overall, you know, I do feel with this that how you view yourself is going to be, it's important. You know, I feel like it just always, but I really feel like with where the energies are at right now, and especially where they're going to get ready to go in the next few months, because we're going to get ready to get into a very retrograde heavy type of energy here, Sagittarius, and it's going to be a big time of reflection. And, you know, just thinking about that too, Saturn, you know, entered into Pisces back in March, but I bring that up to say that's going to be forming a square with your sign. And squares are kind of tricky situations, and it might get you in a place where you may notice some challenges and things, and there may be some issues that come up that we're going to need to take action on. We got some choices that we need to make, but just realize that even though some of this stuff, because when we get into like like squares and like oppositions. They can be kind of like tense, you know, kind of tough type of situations, but it's meant for to sharpen you, to get you into your highest vibration here, Sagittarius. But I'm also getting with this that, you know, speaking of art, I feel that this energy is also saying for some others, you know, getting into, because what better way I feel like to really get to know yourself and to, you know, really appreciate yourself than through expression, you know, letting, especially if you've been maybe wanted to make some crafts, or maybe you make like apps, or maybe we do like graphic designs or interior designs. But I really feel like that if you can maybe make it a habit too of getting in a more artistic space, and however that translates on you, maybe it's cooking, maybe it's woodwork, but if it brings you peace, brings you balance, you know, and just like really can kind of, especially if we've been maybe going through like a real kind of tough time right now, I feel like that'll really help, at least kind of help get your energies back in line, get you feeling zen, feeling balanced, and just a lovely little thing there, Sagittarius. So all right, I'm with it. And that's nice too, because sometimes when we express ourselves, we get to see what's been bottled up, you know, and that can really say a lot to however that little masterpiece may resonate for you there, Sagittarius. But let's get another oracle card on the mix. All right. Yeah. Okay, Sag. Let's see what else we got. Nice. All right, you got the third card of Aries here, which is the map card. And with this card, this is a card of exploration, find your way, locate, unknown destination, new territory, lay of the land, plan, prepare, chart a course, read the signs, figure it out, directions, and new perspectives. And so, just kind of piggybacking off of this mirror card, because for some of us, you know, depending on how this resonates, this may be a great time to really explore, just like, you know, on a more spiritual standpoint, the unknown destinations of yourself. You know, your sign just moved into Jupiter not too long ago. And when you think, or your sign, wouldn't that be something? Your ruler, Jupiter, just moved into Taurus not too long ago. And that's thinking about areas that we may not be feeling secure in, you know, really exploring those, like see where the foundations might be feeling kind of lacking, doing that internal thing, you know, and really journeying within, because you're a very spiritual sign, Sagittarius, and yours is one that I feel like really benefits, you know, the more you learn just in general, but really about yourself, and really start expanding on that, really start getting a lay of this map of who you really are. I mean, that's going to, who knows what you can create with this energy here. And we are in a very innovative time. And you know what? Just even thinking about that too, and I'm going to get into it with your with the Celestial News Monthly next week, but just talking about this now, consider you're starting off with art. Mars just entered Leo not too long, and Venus, not too long ago, and then Venus just entered, and Venus is going to be in Leo for at least up and through, I want to say up and through like October, because she's going to retrograde in about July time. But we're in a very creative energy, but both of those planets are going to be forming trines with your sign. So yeah, we got that, might have that little heavy thing with Saturn there, but look at this abundance and this action here, getting you in a place of creativity and manifestation. And you know what? Actually, now that I'm actually saying about this, you do have a lot of passionate energy here with, you know, Cancer being about the home, Aries being very passionate, you know, and then here's you making art. Because, you know, when I talk about the art card, where it's like the lovers is the marriage, the art card's the honeymoon. So, you know, if we've been thinking about maybe starting a little family here, you know, that might be something to think about. But if not, you know, let's just be mindful. But you know, something to think about too, you know, just when, you know, if we're not outside of the creativity, because really, you know, that's going to be fantastic for you there, Sag. And it's just wherever your Sagittarius placements are at. But this could be too, maybe just going out there on like a literal adventure. You know, yours is a sign of, as well as of like long-term travels. But, you know, you can keep it how you want to. It doesn't necessarily mean that you need to go across the country or anything. But, you know, maybe just like maybe getting out there, maybe exploring new territories. If we've been maybe, because, you know, Cancerian energy, you know, where it can be about the home, you know, maybe we've been kind of cooped up into, maybe we've been hermiting maybe a little too long, possibly. So maybe just getting out there, maybe going to maybe a city you've never been before. Maybe even, you could even keep it even simpler. Maybe you go to like if you have like a certain maybe area that you walk a different path, or maybe go to, like, if you got a park, go to somewhere different, get next city over, you know. Again, I feel like the more that you're experiencing life and really just expanding, the better, Sagittarius. But let's get some tarot on this. All right, Queen of Wands, I see you. Oh, and I see you, Devil. Hold on. Okay, so we got the Queen of Wands, the Devil, the Two of Discs, and the the Eight of Cups. Saturn and Pisces. So I do feel like for some, if you've been in this place of maybe maybe life has been a little boring as of late. You know, maybe it's just been really just kind of just like just mundanity. Then how do we want to change that stuff up there? You know, what do we want to do? What are some creative ways that we can get out of this rut, you know? And yeah, I really feel like, yeah, what are some ways that we can shake things up and take, because here's the thing, if we've been feeling this way for a while, if we've just been really just like, because there's one thing if we have like a routine, listen, I live for routines, but it's another thing where I feel like that where a routine is nice, it's equally nice to shake things up a little bit, because that does get the creative juices flowing, you know, because sometimes the energies can get, you know, just when it gets familiar, it can get things get a little stale. So I just feel that, yeah, if there's just something here about that, you know, just if life has been kind of just like the same, but just monotonous, then be that change, Sagittarius. Switch this thing up. And it might take a little bit of work, you know, a little effort getting out of that comfort zone. But this is Jupiter in Capricorn. You're ruling Capricorn. So you do this thing, who knows what type of abundance is going to come for you. But I'm also kind of feeling for some others. Just with this Devil and Eight of Cups combination, if there's something here that is holding you back, you know, if you notice some things that, like, either some toxic behaviors, maybe this could be some laziness, or this could be, you know, the Devil covers a pretty broad territory. Self-deprecations, drugs, sex, alcohol, gambling, you know. The Eight of Cups is about asking yourself, it's about letting those things go. It's really journeying within and, you know, doing that internal exploration, Saturn and Pisces, figuring out how this may be hindering our growth, and then work on putting in that work, Capricorn, to change things up, you know, to get you in, again, your higher vibration, get you feeling where you're feeling confident again, where you're feeling creative. And here's the thing too, Sag, if you've been feeling inspired, because I'll tell you what, you all are. I mean, just I feel like when your energy really gets a cooking, you just got this ideas aplenty. And if you've been sitting on some ideas here, been sitting on some heat or some things, maybe we might be it's like a confidence thing where it's like, you know, we're afraid like maybe how people might feel about our creations or stuff like that. Don't worry about it. I feel like as long as it's raising your vibration through the roof, start there. But there's something here, I feel like, you know, maybe doing something, almost like just putting something on display, or like allowing your creativity to be seen, to be known, or something along those lines. You know, maybe this is like joining like this could be like maybe even like, you know, maybe joining like some kind of art group, or maybe we're doing some sort of like, maybe we even start up something with, maybe you're creating us something for like the community or something. But I feel like there's just like, yeah, a need for like some fresh perspectives to really kind of come in, and I feel like the more that you really start kind of manifesting and getting into that creative space of yours, the more inspired you're going to feel. And then that in turn inspires a lot of others there, Sagittarius. So, and we are in a time, I feel, of just like, of inspiration and co-creation and things. And really, you know, be, not to say that you have to, Sag, but be open to the idea of possibly doing co-creation, even if it's not for, it doesn't necessarily have to be for business, but like it could be like, you know, just having some friends go out together and maybe going out and doing like a, I don't know, again, maybe doing some kind of like art. And a Sagittarius actually was telling me about this, like it's like the art with the twist, you know, you get the paint, you get some canvas, you got a little wine, you know, so it's a good old time there, Sag. So just something even along those lines. But yeah, allow yourself to, yeah, just express yourself and be, and not feel self-conscious about that possibly. You know, maybe we're just like, oh, I'm not that great. Well, it's not about being great. It's about being in the energy. And you know what? The more you do it, the greater you get at it. So there's that for you. Mark. All right, let's see what else we got. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna get a little bit more on that Queen of Wands there. Oh, look at that. Look at that fulfillment. 10 of Cups and 7 of Swords. Okay. So, yeah, the Queen of Wands, yeah, clarified by the 7 of Cups, or excuse me, 7 of Swords and then the 10 of Cups here. And I almost feel that maybe for some of us, like, if we are telling ourselves, like if you're listening to this and you're like, oh, I'm not really a creative type, absolutely you are. You know, the 7 of Swords can be a card of lying, you know, and maybe we've had something in the past where if we're not feeling that way, maybe someone said that to us and it got us feeling self-conscious and we kind of withdrew, have been keeping that stuff bottled up here. But know that you have creativity in you, and it's just a matter of how it manifests. You know, it can be in like IT, you know, you can be creative on the internet, it can be, I mean, this could even be where you're like, even like socializing, creating conversations, you know, something along those lines even. But I feel that if we were, for some of you, if we were to get in this place of just doing more of these creative endeavors, this is going to really get you in a state of just feeling fulfilled and feeling like that, you know, we're content with life, you know, like this is what we've been looking for here. But, and you know, the 7 of Swords, you know, this can also be a card of travel, you know, so this again, there may be, maybe if we've been feeling like maybe like a writer's block or something along those lines, you know, this could be something too, getting out there, finding fresh inspirations or just something along those lines, Sagittarius. But one more thing with this card, and one more thing with this 7 of Swords. This can be my card of burnout in this deck, you know, futility. And I feel that if we've been kind of maybe pushing, maybe working with, how do I want to put this? Like, you know, if we've been maybe working too hard or something along those lines, maybe life has been busy, you know, where I get that, you know, where we can, you know, with all situations and things, but just finding some times for you to make sure that you're filling up all of your cups there, Sag. So there's a little something to think about there. All right, but let's get your last Oracle card here. Nice, okay. I see you talking about Leo energy. There it is. You got the 7th card of Leos here, which is the Declaration card. And with this card, this is a card of defiance, reclaiming power, sovereignty, contract, resolve, expressing truth, manifesto, self-rule, liberty or death, rules of the game, protesting, and challenging the status quo. And I feel like really this is, to me, feels like it's like where we are we're reclaiming our power here. I mean, just really with how you came out here with that self-reflection. Yeah, if we've been feeling like, I don't know if it's like if maybe we were in like a toxic situation or a relationship where they were like, maybe they were maybe cutting you down, telling you, you know, all these things that you can't do, and whatever that was, Sagittarius, false. With the 7 of Swords here, I feel like this really can be a great energy for you to, again, reclaim your sovereignty. And if you've noticed, and I feel like, you know, if you've noticed that just, yeah, something has been hindering this thing, I feel like it's time to, you know, within reason, Sagittarius. I don't feel like it needs to be like a blow up type deal, but just making sure to express your truth, you know, just like, hey, you know, this is what I want to do, you know, it's my time to expand, like however that's looking. But Yeah, really, because you know, yeah. Let's get some tarot on this. Let me get a little bit more on that. Interesting. Okay. Okay. Let's see what we got here more. All right, last little bit here, Sag. Oh, okay. I like that though, because you got the Tower here, you got the Five of Swords, and then you have the Three of Wands. And, you know, let's switch back over, Sag, because I feel like with this Tower, talking about that reclaiming your power, I feel like this is you. I don't feel like this is necessarily like a Tower moment happening to you. I feel like this is you creating change. I feel like if we've been feeling defeated, you know, or been feeling bogged down, you know, maybe just not been motivated with the Eight of Cups or whatever that is, how can we get that power back? And I'll give you a little hint there. I feel like it's following things that you love, Sagittarius. You know, doing things that fill you with virtue. You know, that really speak to you and that really resonates with you. That's where I feel this change will really, I mean, do wonders for you. You know, really kind of, yeah, just being yourself. Because, I mean, we were talking about that, trying to keep these Tower moments internal here. So, and really, I really feel like there's this high emphasis too, considering that Mars came out, you know, again, with Mars being in the hind, Mars coming out during Leo energy. You know, I feel there's an emphasis here of, yeah, really just getting out there and just enjoying yourself. You know, you can even create, when we think creativity, we can even get a little more abstract with it. We can even create just like fun times, you know what I mean? We can get a group of friends together and just do whatever. Even if we're just hanging out, you're just, you know, creating good vibrations. But I really feel that it's I don't know, Sagittarius, there's something here that's trying to come out, that's trying to expand here, and really take this time, you know, especially with because that's what Saturn and Pisces is trying to do, is trying to get those dreams, that creative energy that you have, because fire energy is very creative. It's you know, it's inspirational. And I feel that when we really just do those soul searching, you know, and find things that really speak to us, Three of Wands, that's going to get us in a more confident place, feeling good, feeling fresh, feeling fine. And be mindful too, again, you know, when we're doing this stuff, it's not a competition, you know, these things that we're creating, if this is like more so something we're doing for like a business or things, you know, we're getting in a time of co-creation here. And, you know, where I'm all about competition, but it's like that gets in a weird place, because it's just like, you know, being the best at something creative, it's just like creativity is different for everyone, and it's going to manifest differently. And that's a weird place to, I feel, me personally, I feel like that's a weird place to make any kind of comparisons from, because it's just like, you know, beauty and creativities and like how that resonates. It's, you know, you could see this spread is just like, ugh, and I look at this spread, it's like, oh, and then another person is just like, you know what I mean? But I hope that makes sense, Sagittarius. But you know, the rules of the games is changing. We're entering into a new era, and we're in a time of innovation and networking and things. So, yeah, just I think I'm gonna leave that there, Sagittarius. But yeah, I hope you found a little nuggets of wisdom in there. But if anything resonated with you, because I like this. Overall, this is dope. You know, once we build on that confidence, let the world know what's going down here. Let's get Sagittarius on the map. I'm with it. But give it a thumbs up, Sagittarius, if you liked any of this, or if anything resonated with you. And share this if you know someone who might be kind of going through maybe an insecure time, you know, might be feeling a little down, you know, maybe take them out, create, there you go, creating those good vibrations again. So I see you doing that good work. And then, you know, when you get done partying and having a good old time, subscribe, hit that bell button, you get notified when I release videos each week. And then I'm on this something maybe to download maybe while you're doing some self-reflection. I'm on this meditation app, Insight Timer. And I started a group on there called Zodiacs Raising the Vibration. And it's just, and I mean, you're already doing that good work there, Sag. You're ahead of the game. But it's a place to just put like positive affirmations, encouraging messages. And definitely as the group grows, you know, I could schedule different like meditation groups, you know, maybe do some sound healing and stuff. I got an idea kind of cooking up here. It's a soft idea right now. So I'm just, yeah, it's in the mix here, so stay tuned for that, Sagittarius, but definitely check that out. It's all in the description box. And then lastly, well, you started off with one of Cancer's cards here, and not that you need one, but if you have any Cancer placements, you know, Sun, Moon, Rising, come on over to my other channel, The Chariot and Friends. I do videos Monday through Friday there. We discuss lunar shenanigans, and it's a good old time. And all that housekeeping down in the description box below. But let me get you surprise cards here so I can get you out of here. Oh, come on, more Leo energy. Mars. Mars in Leo. You got the Seven of Wands here. Oh, I just got chills, Sagittarius. Like, here's the thing. When I talk with this Seven of Wands in particular, I'm gonna get your Oracle card here in a second. Beneath this here is the Six of Wands. And the Six of Wands is getting to that victory, that win, you know, that feeling, doing the things that we love. But with the Seven of Wands, I like to think that sometimes with this wand in the middle here, that could be us getting in our own way, preventing us from getting to this growth. Or it could be, you know, because this could be a card of criticisms. And there may be, it could either be maybe it's, you know, where maybe you might be telling yourself some things, or this could be maybe some others might be telling yourself, or might be telling you, you know, some criticisms. But if I feel that if this is someone else, you know, I feel like as long as the criticism is constructive, then that's the people we want. But if it's things that, if people are just pointing out just like negativity things and not providing any sort of value or anything like that, then it's like how I tell you at the beginning of the video, take what resonates with you and leave the rest with them. But I do feel that it's, you know, trying not to be definitely not be overly critical, and appreciate the little wins, you know, like the fact that you're doing this endeavor and making this part of your routine, that is fantastic, and that's going to compound over time. Absolutely. You got the hands in reverse here. And with these hands, I feel like these hands need to start creating something, Sag, just start manifesting. But you know, whenever I feel that, because if you look on this card here, let's get a little creative. Ooh. I feel that when we are able to tap into that fun space, because again, creativity, we range the gamut. We created all types of stuff here, Sagittarius. I feel that when we really tap into that side of us, you know, really do things that are bringing, you know, just again, good vibration, 10 of Cups, you know, just bringing fulfillment in things. That's a great way. You see how you got these hands here, and then you see this like this outline of this hand in the background. I feel like that's a great way to really get in touch with your spirituality again, to, you know, to really connect with source. And I feel like that in itself, you know, when I mean, really, you can be an inspiration here, Sagittarius. And I mean, could it be on a world scale? I mean, that's for you to decide. What do you declare? But even if not, even if this is just one person, I feel like that this energy can spark. Yeah, if it inspires one person, then that one person is going to go out and do something else, and who knows? Like, and then look at that, another way that you're creating your career. So let's get this energy cooking. You know, you got, let's take some action. Let's get manifesting. Let's get into that creative space, Sagittarius, because I feel like there's not just, it's going to, and listen, you know how Jupiter is. The more generous and abundant you are with these gifts and really tapping into this space, the more Jupiter's going to give back, because you're learning more about yourself. You're connecting with yourself, and you're getting a higher learning, seeing things from a higher perspective, and it's going to be beautiful. So I'm with it. So you stay safe out there, Sagittarius, on your travels and your self-reflection, you know, whether we're journeying outwardly or inwardly. Stay safe out there. And really, raise your vibration through the roof, because, before I get you out of here, 4th card of Cancers, Cardinals. 3rd card of Aries, adds up to that 7th card of Leo. You know, synchronicities. I know I might be reaching there, but you know, look how look you got me. Look, we're getting creative here. I'm with it, Sag. I'm gonna get you out of here. I will get you. And hopefully all your creations on the next one. Later.